It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll get to see the Eagles' second-year linebacker. He's been one of the best blitzers in the NFL this season and is among the league leaders in sacks. It's the Eagles and the Packers under the...
season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Well, in prep for this one, it was fun talking with the defensive staff because they had to review last week's game tapes where he threw for over 400 yards. And they started ho-humming that performance. And finally, you said he threw for over 400. That's got to be significant. That's why he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
They better be careful what they wish for, ho-humming. He might do it again here in this one. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Peterson. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a give up the middle. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Offside, defense.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Down the right sideline. And it's a Packers touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, it's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
He was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On second down now, Bernard, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Letting one go deep for Roberts. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot in the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at about the 1. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top. Time range. Not so bad either.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
They go play action here on first down. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packers ready to take over offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
What's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now a play fake here on first down. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. But Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It'll be a gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Peterson. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Bernard. And he's got some space here. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Bernard, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And McPherson on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be caught by Richardson. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 1. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. Being chased out left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 106 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Bernard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go. Bernard, and he's got room. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Bernard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll run on first down. Bernard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, look at the juke. He'll get this to about the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the... Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want to challenge. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. They'll look to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
4 yards on the pickup.
On second down, Bernard. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. He was brought down on the 13-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 87 yards. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
McPherson sets the kickoff.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
The throw over the middle taken in. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. That's 3rd and 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And oh, he coughed it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Shoves him away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 197 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Right back to him on first down. Down at the 35. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bernard, he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Up the middle they go. Bernard. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on third and short. They got one more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
Oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacking on the line of scrimmage partner, so you can get past that first and there's usually room to run, and he found it.
McPherson on for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run.
Kevin McPherson is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the field.